Welcome to Health and Self. My name is Ashley Thayer. So today is actually National Daiquiri Day, but I thought I would celebrate not only making some daiquiris, but I thought I would kind of do a Health and Self self-dubbed Crew Appreciation Day. So we're going to have dips and daiquiri and have a little crew party at the end of the episode. There's my crew. You see them. They are all here. It takes a lot to make Health and Self work. We've got producers, we've got cameramen, we've got sound engineers. It is a lot. So my little way of saying thank you is we're going to have a party. So let me tell you what we're going to make first. We're going to make 3 different dips. One is going to be a white bean dip. Very similar to hummus, but because my daughters, for example, are allergic to tahini, which is a sesame paste, we're not going to make hummus. So you're going to need cannelloni beans, lemon, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of rosemary, and of course, some olive oil to make that come together as a dip. The second dip is we're going to make a strawberry mango salsa. So what will you need? Obviously, strawberries, mangoes, of course, a little jalapeno to make it spicy and fun, some lemon juice, and we're going to use the zest of the lemon, half of a red onion, and about half of a hothouse cucumber. You want to kind of get the hothouse cucumbers because they don't have seeds in them. So it's really important. It makes it easy to chop these up and add them to a dip. The third dip we're going to make, what party would not be complete without guacamole? I'm going to make my homemade guacamole. I made it for you in season 1, but we did it in a taco episode. So I thought I would give it a little bit more time to shine. You will need avocados, tomato, half of a red onion, a jalapeno, a little bit of lime in your life. I'm kidding. And no, I haven't been drinking the daiquiris already, I promise. And then some chili powder. And of course, salt and pepper will go into all of these dips. And then we're going to make a pina colada and a strawberry daiquiri. So let's get started. We're going to start with the white bean dip. I do have some cool little trays that I've assembled for the white bean. We're going to serve it with vegetables and pretzels. For the guacamole and the salsa, we're going to just do some of those cool tortilla chips that are shaped like a scoop to make it easier to get the dip into your mouth. So to do the white bean dip, actually, I'm going to use I'll use this blender. We're going to need a blender. I have one 15-ounce can of cannelloni beans, and we're just going to dump these right in to the blender. Then I'm going to quickly give a rough chop to, these are 3 cloves of garlic, but really, it's supposed to be 2, but these were baby pieces of garlic. You can do a quick rough chop just to break them up because they're going to get blended with the white beans in the dip. You are also going to add a little bit of fresh rosemary. Just again, give this a nice rough chop to break up the leaves of the rosemary. Helps to bring out the flavor early on before it starts to blend up. Now, rosemary is growing really great right now in the summer. I hope you're hydrating your rosemary plant really well, but it's always easy to find in the grocery store. It's a staple because it's always used a lot of times with poultry. When you're roasting chickens and things like that, rosemary is a great ingredient to add and a nice fresh ingredient. Now, for the liquid that makes it become a dip, you're going to need the juice of, 1 lime. Just going to give it a squeeze in my palm. Get my workout for the day by squeezing the lemon. But by squeezing it into your palm and letting the juice run through your fingers, you catch all of the seeds. Seeds are the most bitter part of the lemon. You do not want to eat them. All right, there's half of my lemon. And then we're going to do the second one. Second half. And don't get lemon juice in your eyes either. That's not fun. The cool thing about this dip is by adding a whole lemon, you get so much vitamin C in this dip in what is considered, a party dip. How fun is that? Getting more bang for your bite. All right, we're going to put our lid on. I'm going to take the little top part off because roughly you're going to pour in about 2 tablespoons worth of olive oil. But I got lemon juice on my hands. But the cool thing is that this will actually start to blend up on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. So you can see my white beans are already starting to break down. The garlic is starting to combine. And now I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Now, in order to do this, remember I said about 2 tablespoons total. Okay, go ahead and start blending. And then I'm going to turn up my juice a little bit. There we go. And we're going to turn it down and add the 2nd tablespoon of olive oil. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and crank this up. Get it going. Perfect. Now, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then our dip is actually complete. That quickly, our white bean dip is done. So I'm going to take my lid off, if I can. There we go. Okay, let me grab my little dish. And making dips and having, little celebration parties doesn't have to be complicated. Move that out of the way. Just something this simple in a couple of minutes can give you fun. Set up a little tray. You don't have to buy the expensive veggie trays from the grocery store unless you want to. If you don't want to cut up your own vegetables, that's perfectly fine. But save yourself some money and just buy the bag of carrots, buy the bag of tomatoes. You can easily just chop up cucumber, chop up celery. All right, so there is our white bean dip. Add it to our little tray. The first one's done. I'm going to try a little bit though first. No double dipping, I promise. A little bit of fresh kosher salt and fresh cracked pepper. You can taste the lemon juice. It's so good. You can taste the fresh rosemary. So good. Okay, let me put this away. We got to get going on dip number 2. I'll tell you, it's a busy day, so that way we can celebrate our crew. All right, dip number 2. Let's do the strawberry mango salsa. What you will need, remember, strawberries, 1 whole mango. You want to make sure it's ripe. So when you get a mango from the grocery store, if you buy it ahead of time, say you know you're not making a dip until, or you don't need your mango to eat until later on in the week, it's okay if it's nice and firm. But if you are ready to use it, you want to make sure it's nice and soft to the touch. So I can feel my fingers kind of pressing through the mango, and I know that it's ready to go. Now, when you do cut a mango, there is a ginormous pit on the inside. I'll show you how to cut that in a second. But let me tell you what else you will need. A jalapeno, the lemon. We're going to use the juice and the zest of the lemon, cucumber, and our red onion. And basically, we're just going to kind of throw all of this into one big mixing bowl, which I have over here to make it nice and pretty. So I'll place my mixing bowl over here to the side. All right, first, how do you cut your mango? Move my ingredients over some. Okay, so what you want to do is you kind of want to just cut down away from the pit. So right there, you can actually see the pit of the mango already starting to come through, that little itty bitty white spot. So now that I have kind of more of a base to cut from, we're going to cut around the pit. The pit does not look like your traditional kind of like peach pit that you're used to seeing and being able to recognize because it's brown as you cut around it. The mango pit is kind of really part of the mango, and it's very kind of stringy and tough. Whoop. Mangoes get very slippery too. The more ripe they are, the more slippery they become. So be careful with your fingers. Remember, make your knuckles go up against the blade of the knife so that way you don't cut yourself. All right, get a little piece off. You want to kind of get as much of the meat off, the meat of the mango. Yes, mangoes have meat. That's the fruit part, as you can. Just kind of cutting around the pit. And actually, it kind of makes a little bit of a sound, so you can kind of hear it as we move around the pit. All right, so essentially the pit is, we've cut around the pit. This goes in the trash. I'm sure there are some cool ways that you can kind of recycle the pit, but we're not going to. Now, for the parts that still have the skin, you're going to just easily just kind of peel off the skin. The riper the mango, the easier the skin comes off. Makes it super easy. We just want to get down to the meat of the mango so we can chop it up and put it into our strawberry and mango salsa. That is not safe knifing. Knife skills not safe. Super slippery, but really, really juicy. You can already see the juice of the mango coming out. Now, the reason why I did not peel this before I cut it, why? Because the slipperiness would be even worse. All right. Get more of that skin off. Probably cut that piece too big, but it's okay. This is live TV. And remember, Ashley's not a professionally trained chef. Ashley's just a home cook. Okay. Quick rough dice on these. Then we're gonna add them right to our bowl. And then we're gonna keep going. The strawberries are super easy as well. You're just going to take the stems off and then chop them. Oh, lost a mango. Have you ever tried dried mango? That is like candy, but it's kind of healthy because basically the sugar and the sweetness from the dried mango just comes literally from the drying process. It doesn't come from added sugars. So it's a nice healthy snack to reach for. Actually, let me get a paring knife. This may be easier if I use a paring knife instead of my big knife, because this joker is slippery. See if we can get it like a potato. Oh yeah. There we go, that's better. You can eat some of the peel, just a little bit though. You don't want to eat a whole lot of it. All right, let's put those off to the side. Let me show you what you need to do for your strawberries. Cut off the tops and a quick chop into little bite-sized pieces. Because remember, we were going to put these on our kind of scoop-shaped tortillas. So we don't want them to be too big that they don't fit onto our tortilla. The nice thing about this dip is it's perfect for summer. Super fresh. All of the fruit is in season. It's a great time to shop local, get your berries. There are some great farms in Delaware that you can get fresh strawberries during this time of year. So it's really a nice opportunity to help your local farmer and local business, but get locally grown fruit as well, fruit and vegetables. It's the best part about summer. This also is perfect for a barbecue because you can kind of make this ahead of time and pop it in your fridge and then take it with you. All right, do a little bit more. Next, we're going to cut up the cucumber. I'm going to save the jalapeno for last. Now, I'm going to ask my crew, how spicy do you like your dips and your salsa? The blank looks, they're like, oh. Are you a wimp when it comes to spice, like most of my family is, or do you like it spicy? Well, we'll add a little bit of the jalapeno. Now, when you do go to cut a jalapeno, I'll show you a little bit, but you want to kind of avoid your fingers actually touching the inside of the membrane because that's where the heat lies. Put the rest of my mango in with my strawberries. We can have that a little later for a snack. Okay, lemons. You need the zest of the lemon. first, before you get to, hold, thank you. When you zest a lemon, so you see as the peel starts to come off, you get to this white part. Essentially, that's called the pit, but you don't want to eat that. Just a little bit. Now we need the juice. Now we need the juice. Same way, squeeze it right into my hand because Ashley left her lemon squeezer at home. Nobody wants seeds either. This salad, this salsa, I shouldn't call it a salad. However, it would be good over some lettuce. You could definitely add it over top of your lettuce. It's very rich in vitamin C also because of the fruits. That lemon juice is essentially going to be our liquid. The lemon juice off my hands. Dice up the cucumber, the red onion, and then we're going to give this a quick little toss. Add a little bit of salt and pepper, and we're ready to go. For my cucumber, I'm just going to chop it in half and then in quarters. And then we're just going to run our knife down. Again, little bite-sized pieces. Nice and refreshing. I love cucumber. I can eat it by itself with dip in a salad. It's also very high in fiber, so it's really, really good for your tummy. Really good for your tummy. All right, last two ingredients into our strawberry mango salsa, the red onion. Peel off the outside layers. You don't need a whole lot of this. The red onion also adds a little bit of like a peppery kind of flavor to your salsa. It's the common onion that's found in most kind of salsas or guacamoles. All right. Again, knuckles on the onion to protect your fingers. Quick, easy, little chops. All right. I'm going to add this in. Perfect. All right, lastly, the jalapeno. All right, when you're slicing up a jalapeno, seeds are the spice. So if you love spice, considering my crew just gave me a blank look when I asked them, we won't put the seeds in. Gently cut down the outside, leaving the seeds in the middle. See how that works? Then you won't get them in. I'm only going to use about half of this. Again, just judging by their looks that they gave me when I asked them. When cutting a jalapeno, do not rub your eyes. Do not touch your face. Just a quick fine chop on this. You don't need a whole lot. All right. It's a nice fresh flavor. A little fresh heat. Oh, there's some big chunks there. I won't throw those in, guys. I promise. Okay, spoon. And then we're just going to toss this. Perfect. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Barely a quarter of a teaspoon needed for both. Salt helps to bring out the flavors in our fruits and vegetables. Just a little bit though, you don't need a whole lot because remember, this is health and self. We're trying to control our sodium content. So I'm going to pop this into our bowl. And then the last dip we have to make is our guacamole. Oh yes, you can smell the lemon juice and the mango and the strawberries mixed with that onion. Okay, perfect. And we have more for later. To because we're having a party, y'all. All right, so for the guacamole, you don't need a fancy mortar and pestle. You don't need this. If you have one, great. If not, you can just do this on your cutting board. Into this, we will add a little bit more jalapeno. I'm just going to use the same one I've already cut, so that way I'll take that other one home. And that way I don't make this too spicy for my crew again. Cut them into little strips, so that way then you can dice it up. Very easy to dice. And remember, the seeds are where the spice is, so if you want this to be spicier, you want to clean out your sinuses, maybe you have a little summer allergy, pop those seeds right in, because we're actually going to kind of blend this up to where it becomes more of a paste, and then mix it with our guacamole. Mix it with our avocados, I should say. Okay. Ooh, buddy. All right, so that was almost half of that jalapeno. When working with jalapeno, remember, wash your hands immediately also. All right, now for the rest of the ingredients. You will need 1 tomato. Yay! I like tomato in my guacamole. It's not a mandatory ingredient, it's a preference. I don't need that jalapeno since I used the other one. Okay, chili powder, that's about a teaspoon worth of chili powder, 1 lime. Get rid of this. Okay. Same kind of cut on the onion, a rough chop. Chop off the edge, take off the outside layer, and then that goes right in. The cool thing about guacamole is a lot of people consider it to be like unhealthy. So when you're at a party and you see the dip tray, you see the guacamole, you're at a tailgate, a lot of times people shy away from it because they think it's fattening. Well, it is, but it's the good kind of fat. It's the kind of fat that your body actually needs. Avocados are a heart-healthy fat. They are rich in omega-3s, so you really want to have that in your life. Every day you should at least have 1 whole serving of a healthy fat. An avocado can be that for you. 1 whole avocado counts as 1 whole serving. All right, for the tomato, we're just going to cut again around the center kind of stem and the seeds. We don't need the seeds. I love this avocado recipe. It's easy to make, it's fast, it's perfect for summer, it's refreshing. The reason why we add tomatoes and lime juice to the avocado is because avocados have a tendency to turn brown as they oxidize. So when they are out in the air more often and longer, they turn brown. Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever kind of put out a dish of guacamole, or have you ever made avocado toast and then walked away from it and all of a sudden your avocado starts to turn brown? Well, that is actually what happens. As the avocado greets the oxygen in the air, it starts to turn brown. The citrus in the lime juice, the acid in the tomato help to prevent that. So that's the beauty of that. Now we're gonna roll our lime, get all the juice out. I have about a teaspoon of chili powder. I'm gonna add right in. Okay. Cut my lime in half, and we're going to squeeze the juice right into, I always say this wrong. The real name of this, so it's a mortar and pestle, but it's called a mocate. I think I said that wrong, but I just got this from that cooking store in the mall. Actually, it was a wedding present to Darut and I. Now, I don't really need to squeeze the lime into my hand because limes don't have seeds like lemons do. All right, good. So we're gonna squeeze, get the second one. I didn't roll this very good. When you do roll your citrus fruits, like your limes and your lemons, you actually release the juices and make them easier to squeeze. So I'm getting my work out because I didn't roll this well. All right, Throw all my trash into the trash can. Okay, here comes the fun. Take the pistol and you're going to smoosh, 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 smoosh. So you're smushing up the tomatoes, you're smushing up the jalapenos, the red onion. Fantastic. I like a chunkier guacamole, so I'm not going to completely puree it. Grab another bowl. And we're going to add this to and then add our avocado in. You can mix the avocado right into here as well. Okay. Avocados, when you slice them, just run your knife along. There's a huge pit in the center of this as well. Don't want to eat it. And then you rotate it, and that's how you get to the meat of the avocado. You just squeeze it out. Now, when you buy your avocados at the grocery store, they do have a little stem traditionally. When you actually pop, oh, that's my little TikTok trick. If your pit is in there, you push on the back of the avocado to get your pit out without having to use the knife. Professional chefs will take their knife and slam it into the pit and then just twist and then it pops out. I value and treasure my hands way too much. Oops, there goes the stem. I do not want to cut my hands. I do not want to have the knife slip off of the pit. That would not be great. Give this a quick mix, and I'm going to add the second avocado. All right, then we're on to daiquiris. The daiquiris are going to be super fast. So these are health and self daiquiris because, let's be real, I do like to have a cocktail on occasion. However, I don't like the additional sugar a lot of times that accompanies daiquiris and mixed drinks. So I'm going to show you how to make them the health and self way. All right, here's that trick one more time. All right, push on the back of the pit. There we go. Pops out, and then you save your avocado. So you still get most of the avocado and all of that good healthy fat. The last thing our guacamole needs is S&P. 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper. Not much because the flavor is coming from the tomatoes and the red onion and the jalapenos. And remember, we added that teaspoon of chili powder as well. All right. Now, if you want a smushier, gushier guacamole, then I would keep it in here and put your avocado in there to really kind of smush it up. But I like a chunkier one. And since we have that chunky strawberry mango salsa, oh, there's my bowl for this. It's perfect. All right. There we go. Put that on our tray with our scooped tortilla chips. Put our extra dip off to the side. Throw our avocado away. Okay, daiquiri time. 2 different blenders. Stick that one on there. Pina Colada and a strawberry daiquiri. What you will need, obviously, for the strawberry daiquiri, strawberries. Cut the stem off and just drop them right in. You need about 2 whole cups of strawberries. That's about, if you're looking at it in the grocery store, about a pint worth. All right. Then you will need about a cup of water for the strawberry daiquiri. Then about should I tell you how much you really need? You need about 4 ounces. Okay, and then you need ice and a little bit of agave, depending on how sweet your strawberries are in the store. Just a little drizzle of agave. The rum is in, and Since I know my friend Naj likes a good cocktail, we add a little bit more. Now, ice. I've got my party bag of ice. You need about 1 cup to 2 cups worth of ice. Got a big old chunk here in my hand. There we go. And I'm going to put the rest of it in here for our Pina Colada. All right. First one is being blended. Let's throw on a lid and let's get it going. Perfect. All right, that's ready. Second one. You need about 1 cup's worth of coconut water for the Pina Colada. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is unsweetened coconut water. Oh yeah. Now, to make these extra fun, you need coconut flavored rum. We're gonna do about the same measurements, roughly about 4 ounces, but I love my crew. They work really hard. They deserve to have a little fun. They're not driving home, so it's all good. Now, lastly, for your Pina Colada, I have sliced pineapple. We're just going to add a couple of slices, about 1 cup's worth. And then we'll use some to garnish. All right, pop that on. Let me steal you, little friend, since this one is missing its lid. Actually, let's just do this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. Pina coladas and strawberry daiquiris. Done. So now I'd like to invite my crew on in. Let's get some glasses. Let's have some fun. Do we want regular glasses? Do we want strawberry daiquiris? I'll pour some of each. All right, here is a strawberry daiquiri. Don't be shy. They're all like, what do I do? Do I actually come in and have some? Yes, you do. I know Naj is coming in. All right, so strawberry daiquiri for Naj. Here you go, dear. Come on over. Come on in, Naj. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's pour a second strawberry daiquiri. Don't worry, crew. We can make more. Naj, is it just going to be you and I?
See, I already started
Cheers.
drinking.
I know. Well. Freshness of the strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's that rum. There it is. You can always add a little bit more. Oh, I hear Kelly. I hear Kelly. All right, let's get some pina coladas being poured. Don't be afraid. Do you like pina coladas? Throw a little pineapple in there to garnish. There you go. We'll get some more glasses. Let's get the dips.
Awesome.
Let me come around. All right, we've got our white bean dip.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
White bean dip.
Cheers.
Kayla, you want to grab some more glasses? We've got our strawberry and mango salsa. We've got our guacamole, the white bean dip. Enjoy, enjoy. Oh, I didn't turn this around the right way because I made this really, actually, I slanted my cucumbers around. There we go. We got some more glasses. All right, pina colada or strawberry daiquiri?
Strawberry daiquiri.
You want to do a mixture? You want to do a layer?
Yeah.
Give her a layer.
Oh, look at this. Mix the two. I think so.
When you mix the peanut.
I think they, well, you know, I'm no mixologist, but
You look like it.
I like a good cocktail. Kelly, you have a drink. What you want to? Which one you want?
Anything's good.
You want to do a pina
Yeah,
colada?
that sounds good.
So, cheers to my crew. Thank you for a great season, even though we have one more episode to go. From our Health and Self family, to yours, the family at DETV, thank you for enjoying season 2. But don't worry, we'll be back next week right here on Health and Self. Cheers.
Cheers.